Olá, boa noite. O Exou Biribó, hoje com um novo game no canal. Mary's Room, Quarto de Marie, da produtora independente belga Like Charlie, lançado em abril de 2018. Para a apresentação, resumo o artigo de John Walker no site Rock Paper Shotgun em 16 de abril de 2018. Explorar um cômodo antigo, reunindo memórias, tentando montar uma narrativa, é um tema que vimos algumas vezes ultimamente e que precisa ser tratado com cuidado. Então, é um prazer relatar que esse é o caso do Quarto da Maria, pequeno jogo de exploração ambientado principalmente num só quarto. Eu só tropecei nele hoje e estou bem feliz. Fica claro desde o início que há algo errado. Você volta para um lugar, o Quarto da Maria, em algum momento no futuro. Caminhando, você vê fotos nas paredes e obtém informações sobre as pessoas. Mas nada faz sentido. Ainda não. Então, você entra na sala lotada de restos de uma vida antiga e, em uma caixa, um diário. Você foi lá coletá-lo. E ao pegá-lo, é transportado de volta para suas memórias deste lugar, como ele era antes. A partir daí, o principal objetivo é olhar ao redor para ver cada objeto com o qual possa interagir. Sua personagem, Kelsey, narra suas memórias da época a cada interação e isso, por sua vez, preenche espaços vazios no diário de recortes de Maria. Quanto mais você olha, mais os fatos de anos atrás são reunidos, culminando numa explicação satisfatória do que aconteceu. Fazer isso requer não pouca habilidade, vez que o jogador pode explorar qualquer área em qualquer ordem. E é isso que torna o game tão bem sucedido e tão satisfatório em sua narrativa. No começo, eu não tinha certeza de quem era quem, ou o que qualquer dos comentários de Kelsey significava. Mas, juntando tudo, uma forma começou a surgir, me levando a olhar os itens anteriores novamente. O jogo, inteligentemente, bloqueia algumas informações. Uma por uma senha de computador que requer algum grau de exploração. Outra, uma combinação exigindo um esforço a mais. Mas só esses elementos são inacessíveis no início, permitindo que você combine o resto na ordem que quiser. No momento em que a história terminou e eu voltava pelo corredor da abertura, tive uma sensação realmente soberba de ter estado em algum lugar, conhecido algumas pessoas, entendido o conto de outra, apesar da curta duração. Vendo novamente as fotos nas paredes, elas não eram mais de alienígenas, mas familiares. O jogo não é totalmente perfeito, é claro. A escrita é forte e a dublagem de Kelsey é ótima, mas talvez haja exagero de explicações no final. Eu gosto das incógnitas que ficaram, mas o encerramento fez demais o trabalho da narrativa. Se houvesse jeito de sugerir mais fortemente as revelações finais durante a exploração, em vez de sermos apenas informados delas, seria mais impactante. Criado por apenas duas pessoas, Ken Guillaume e Dagmar Blumaer, é uma grande conquista num espaço pequeno. Obviamente, reminiscente de Gone Home, o jogo consegue ser diferente o suficiente em sua abordagem para se destacar. E, de fato, colocar todos os detalhes em um só ambiente não é pouca coisa. Eu me pergunto se eles vão se arrepender de ser grátis. Certamente, valeria algum dinheiro, mesmo com cerca de 1 hora de duração. Mas é totalmente gratuito e você seria bobo em não pegá-lo. Agora retomo para dizer que jogo no PC a versão ainda gratuita da Steam com vozes e legendas em inglês, no que sofrerei mais do que de costume. Avisem, por favor, eventuais problemas no som ou na imagem, tanto do game quanto de minha câmera ou microfone. projetado para uma só sessão, sem save games.
I didn't want to come back. Why would I, after all that's happened, even in here? So, where is the journal?
É um quadro de fotos que as fotos vão mudando.
California crisp white wines. I'll need a crate of those when I get out of here. Is that me? Oh my God, the hair. What was I thinking?
E eu sou Kelsey, né? Amiga da Marie, ou irmã que nunca briga. Na resenha não dizia.
What, more than 100 again today? Glad I don't have to deal with that anymore. Look, Mr. Torres, I'm happy he finally got remarried. A honeymoon in the Bahamas. Wish I was there with them.
Será que aquela primeira foto também ia ter legenda? E eu não deixei ter, não.
Don't need to go in there. That's the bathroom.
E eu não posso abrir as portas? Foi só perguntar que eu pude abrir esta. Bem-vinda de volta, Kelsey. Troféu conquistado.
Hi, Kelsey. Yes, I'm talking to you. I know you've been reading my journal. Can I ever forgive you for what you did? Honestly, I don't know. I'm trying really hard, but I don't know how. Because I don't understand any of it. You are my friend, and I loved you unconditionally. I did what I did because of you, and I stood up to him because of you. But you, I don't know. Right now, I can't be near you, so I don't want you to come find me. I promise I'll be all right. Marie.
Except she wouldn't be. She would not be all right. She once asked me, "Don't you ever dream, Kelsey?" And I said, I don't dream. I plan. What I didn't tell her was that I wouldn't allow anyone to mess with those plans. That's Trevor's phone number. He called her. I knew he blamed her for everything, though she should have blamed him for what he did to her and Mr. Torres. I need to find the key. A 5-figure number.
Esse eu vou ter que achar um código com 5 números para poder abrir essa caixa.
Have you ever peeled an orange so juicy the drops erupted from underneath its skin like fireworks in the setting sun? The trees in Mr. Jones's garden had them. I used to live off his garden vegetables and fruit before I met Trevor.
A mochila. Mochila do urso? Não, da Kelsey.
Disgusting, but cheap. I got used to them after I didn't want to go to the food kitchen anymore. The vicious taste of these meatballs still beat the humiliation of being served by Marie. I wore those a lot, not to protect my eyes, but to hide them. I didn't want anyone to know. Sometimes it got so hot, this thing wasn't doing it anymore. Then we'd take off to Mr. Jones's swimming pool. That night, I guess he must have seen us. Marie always dreamed about going to Europe. I don't think she ever went.
Longest day for news. A cup of sorrow.
Desligar a música para não atrapalhar as falas.
Lorraine, Marie's mom, died when she was 5. My mother, she might as well have been dead. She looked more dead than alive, anyhow. Passed out on the couch, empty bottles of gin on the floor. La La Land. That movie was a shit piece of crap. Glad Trevor snuck us in. I don't think I could have handled wasting $20 on that. Never thought I'd see Marie there. Then again, she always was a dreamer. I bet she loved it. She never realized I didn't want to be her friend in public.
É. A senha do computador a gente também não sabe.
She was my friend, and I had to tell her. So I came back here, throwing stones at the window. But she didn't react, so I threw a bigger stone, and it shattered the glass. She kept the stone as a souvenir to remind her not to trust me ever again. Trevor. What an asshole. After we broke up, he got violent sometimes. One day, he dragged me through the school hall by my shirt until one of Marie's geek friends stopped him. Ben, I think it was. He got a lot of shit for it later. Mr. Torres. Thick as thieves, those two. Ever since Lorraine died, they only had each other. Marie was suffering when he was in intensive care. That was a nasty knife wound. She wouldn't stop about time travel and black holes and stuff. I just wanted to do something simple. Calculate shit. Boring is what she said. Her, the weird kid, talked boring. So yeah, we settled on antimatter, because who wants to be boring? That's Marie's birthday. That's weird. I guess she wrote it down for that Ben guy, for her pizza and movie party. All right, I might have been a little jealous. Ah, yes. The science project. Of all people, they chose to pair me with the girl from Food Rescue. Outrageous. But I got over it and chose to work my ass off. I had to if I wanted to get that scholarship. Chemistry holds no surprises. Love that. Hated that thing. Have you seen this man? Yeah, I've seen him. I thought I was so lucky. An adoring boyfriend, free burgers from the kitchen he worked in, sparkly things he bought me. I thought if I took care of him, he'd take care of me, and we'd get out, just in case I didn't get that scholarship. I had no idea where the money came from.
O all-star dela não vai querer ver?
Mr. Torres and Marie were robbed in their own house, not long after we met at Food Rescue. He was stabbed, almost died. She was knocked out with a baseball bat. She was in the hospital for a while, stitches, concussion. She still had headaches, she said. Marie insisted on saving these. She was going to make a new world with them, whatever that was supposed to be. I've never actually seen her build anything. She asked me why I was so angry all the time, and I told her because it's a dirty deal. It's Russian roulette and utterly unfair. The cards I'd been dealt, any player would have passed. I chose to be angry instead. But Marie, my friend Marie, she got me a new deck and suggested I deal again. There's no such thing as food waste. And don't I know it? The smell of garbage will be in my nose forever, and the taste of it in my mouth. I swore I would never be that hungry again. I didn't care what it took. I'm not a shadow person. Yeah, it took me all I had to convince her she wasn't. Every Tuesday, the food trucks would roll in. Me and Marie never missed Jorge's tamales. When I was a kid, Jorge would put some aside, just in case my mom was too drunk to feed me again. The Green Eatery. Green as in with fungus. Yes, I am never eating Ayurvedic lasagna ever again. But some people must have liked Mr. Jones's cooking because he was out every night cooking his green stuff. Food Rescue. Yeah, it was a good place to be until Marie showed up. I know she didn't mean anything by it, but the pity in her eyes. Worse than being hungry.
Marie Torres. Ela tem um nome francês, sobrenome hispânico.
I couldn't afford a car, and Marie didn't want one, so we rode our bikes everywhere. I thought I looked silly, and with those damn sparkly shoes, I probably did. Yeah, I was losing my glamour status at school right there. She loved being a birthday girl. Mr. Torres would take her shopping every year. I loved skinny dipping, but Marie insisted on wearing this thing. Really, I mean, it was Mr. Jones's pool, after dark. No one would ever come close to the freak. And he wasn't there, just to be clear. But someone else was. I need to find the key. A 5-figure number. That's Trevor's phone number. He called her. I knew he blamed her for everything, though she should have blamed him for what he did to her and Mr. Torres. Trevor was never far off, though. When Marie and I rode our bikes through dark nights just to get a taste of those perfect oranges, I knew he was lurking in the shadows. I never told her, but I think that's how he found us. He followed us back to the room.
E ela não pode sair do quarto.
Mr. Torres gave me my own set of keys, so I'd feel at home. I loved him for it, but every time I used those keys, I felt a pang of guilt.
Se não dá para sair, acho que eu tenho que voltar pro diário. Pior que tem coisas para ler aqui, mas está tudo em inglês, né? Aí eu não vou saber traduzir. E nessas partes aqui ela não fala. Acho que nessas partes, quem entende inglês, pausa e lê, que deve ser um bom complemento para a história. Aliás, tem muita coisa escrita, seria importante saber, né? Ela está reclamando do Trevor e as suas estúpidas amigas cheerleaders. O pior é que aqui deve estar a pista para a senha e para a combinação do cadeado. E eu nem vou saber como achar isso no meio de tudo aqui, com coisas escritas que eu não sei o que significam. A não ser que venha algo muito na cara, assim. Tem páginas que a gente ainda não encontrou as coisas, mas ela não pode sair do quarto.
He had money. You see? He bought me things. I was gonna wear these to the prom. Fancy, right? At the time, I didn't know where the money came from.
Os sapatos não tinha examinado ainda. Agora que ela olhou o sapato, tem mais alguma coisa preenchida aqui? Ah, tá aqui. Tamanho 9. O sapato. Fevereiro 14, 2018. 2/14/18, será?
I need to find the key. A 5-figure number. Wrong combination. Crap. I really want to know what's in that case.
Europa?
She must have written it down here somewhere. Damn, what's the password again? I need to find it.
Eu não sou uma... O que ela disse no diário que ela não era? Ou ela não disse nada do que ela não era? Ou talvez eu esteja muito sensível. Não sei o que dos amigos. Eu sou uma pessoa sombria no fim de tudo. E a senha dela que diz eu não sou. Então eu não sou uma shadow person. Shadow person. Kit, GIF. Ah, abriu o filminho aqui. Filminho de gato tentando comer o peixe no computador, no tablet.
One day, I just had to know. What's up with all the cats? She said she admired them, that they were who they were without any pretense, that they had no fear of confrontation. She wanted to be more like them. Why does someone need to get hurt before we step up and act, for Christ's sake? If they had, none of this shit would have happened, and no one would have died.
Hi, Marie. Trevor.
Oh no. Why didn't you tell me, Marie? No wonder you were so frightened. We never should have gone to the Orange Grove.
Agora eu devo ter mais anotações aqui, né? I love cats. Essa é a guia Cat Love. Guia My Pet is Missing.
When Bumblebee went missing, Marie cried for days. She thought I couldn't hear her at night. I could never prove it, but I'm sure it was Trevor.
G.I.K. Webster.
Marie, what were you thinking? You know that's illegal.
O que ela fazia examinando armas? 5 de julho de 2018, um cadeado aqui. Será que é esse do cadeado de segredo? 70518?
What is the code, Marie? Wait, the journal. It must be in the journal. She must have written it down here somewhere.
A arma.
She hated my cigarettes. Every time I felt like going out and buying a pack, she made me put the money in that money jar. One day, that money would pay for our gas to drive to college. We only needed money for the one way. I ended up using it to get to Vancouver. I didn't like that she kept the stone. Why did she have to be reminded? I told her I was sorry, but she said it was for me, to remind me.
Aqui a gente já tinha visto. Aqui também não mudou mais nada. Nem aqui.
not a shadow person. Yeah, it took me all I had to convince her she wasn't.
Era aqui embaixo do capacho, então, que estava a solução para a senha do computador.
Mr. Torres loved that beer. After the robbery, he only had a couple left. Apparently they were hard to come by. Still, we decided to try a bottle once. Marie loved that label. She drew it in her journal. I remember that. All that happened later that night, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't want to remember.
Que essa é a entrada que faltava no diário? Tem alguns carimbos em vermelho com números no diário. E acho que são 5 números, e daí deve ser o segredo do cadeado. Começa com 3, 4, 9, 3, 4, 9, 5, 1. 3, 4, 9, 5, 1.
What is the code, Marie? Wait. The journal. It must be in the journal. Yay! Good work, Kelsey. Oh my God. The past, like the future, is indefinite and exists only as a spectrum of possibilities. Stephen Hawking said that. I wish it were true. But there was nothing I could do about the past. It was definite as hell. Sometimes I didn't get Marie. I really thought a night by Jones's pool would help her relax. She used to love it there. But she insisted someone had been watching us. I just wanted to have a good time, and she was ruining it, so I said some things I shouldn't have. She just stood there, staring at the window. I was so annoyed. And that's when I knew she'd been right. Trevor. Right there in the room. He'd just come in through the open window. How did he find us? He didn't know where Marie and I lived. I always made sure of that. But he took an orange from his backpack and started peeling it. It had been Trevor by the pool, and he'd followed us home. He said to Marie, "I told you not to mess with me." But still, I didn't get it. No, it wasn't until he started moving in on her that I realized it was Marie. He was after Marie. He blamed her for everything, and he had a knife. I'd never seen him so angry, so evil. Marie tried to get it away from him. He asked her why she never answered her phone. Did she not read her emails? Or did she think they were hollow threats? God, I just wanted to punch him with anything I could lay my hands on. My backpack. I smashed it against his wrist, knocking the knife out of his hands. Marie went for it, but Trevor was faster. He kicked her in the head. I dove for the knife, but he jumped me. As we struggled, he hissed, "Didn't I get enough action yet? Maybe I needed another baseball bat to get my kicks." I stopped, because right then I knew what he was up to. He asked Marie about Mr. Torres. Was he all right? Did he still get stomach aches? Marie lay on the floor by the bed, in shock, realizing it had been Trevor who almost killed her father. Then Trevor looked at me, added with a smile. And her. That's when it all went to pieces. Trevor ripped us apart, and he was enjoying it. Marie didn't understand. I tried to explain, apologized, but she wasn't listening. She kept asking me if I'd been there with Trevor, in their house. Trevor stirred things up even more.
He told her it was me who had hit her over the head with a baseball bat, that I'd enjoyed it. I screamed in frustration, "No, that's not what happened." Tears streamed down Marie's face. She couldn't believe I would do that, hurt her deliberately. God, I wanted Trevor to stop talking. I attacked him, scratched his face, hit him wherever I could. I hated him. He was twisting everything. I wanted to tell her that I was sorry. Yes, we robbed the house, and we got caught by Mr. Torres. But I never meant for anyone to get hurt. I didn't smash Marie's head. I panicked. I wanted to stop her from seeing me. When I realized how badly injured she was, I called the police. I tried to stay, but Trevor wouldn't let me. He pulled me by my hair into the van. But Marie wasn't listening. I was losing it, and I like to think I beat Trevor up pretty good. But Trevor punched back harder and faster. He was about to crack my skull. Marie clawed for the box beside her, opened it. She screamed, told us to stop, pointed that 9mm at us. Trevor went nuts, charged for her. She screamed, told him to stay back. She'd never shot a gun in her life. She wasn't going to start now. Trevor grabbed her by the shoulders and... What do you think you remember is not necessarily what really happened, or how others remember it. But Trevor fell back on the carpet, dead. That we all remember.
Mom, where are you? Did you get the journal?
I'll be down in a minute.
Aunt Marie is getting a little worked up here. She threatened to smoke a cigar. In your car.
Don't let her. Don't let her smoke. I love that car.
She knows you do. Get down here, Mom. You're taking like forever.
I'll be down in a minute.
Bring the journal.
Tava tudo tão calminho, de repente virou uma história de terror. Ela lembrou de tudo, contou tudo.
Of course I knew it was her. Who else? There was only one thing to do. Get to Marie.
Agora acho que não vai ter mais nada para investigar aqui, né? Mapa.
She wouldn't talk to me on the phone, so what else could I do? I drove all the way up there to Vancouver, freezing my ass off in that tin can of a car.
Pressione J para ler o diário. Hi, Kelsey.
Don't need to go in there. That's the bathroom.
Foi bem interessante. Pena que eu não pude ajudar ali com os textos, nem me ajudar também a entender melhor a história. Até o susto com o tiro. Mas é aquilo, era uma historinha calminha, sensível. De repente virou um drama de terror. Para para depois terminar tudo bem de novo? Então é isso. Hoje vamos parando por aqui. O Exou Biribó, agradecendo a presença, o apoio, as dicas, a torcida, o acompanhamento da jogatina de mais um game, embora curto, mais um game completo aqui no canal. Desejando boa noite, até amanhã. Por enquanto eu fui.